feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey everybody, welcome to the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. I'm your co-host Ted Jenkins, sitting here with my co-host Lee Heisman today, of course, on a beautiful day in outside Woodstock. We've got our guest today, Jeff Uphughes, who's the CEO of DC BLOX, and Bill Thomson, who's the VP of Marketing of DC BLOX. And as always, folks, we teach entrepreneurship here by learning from the best entrepreneurs in and around the city of Atlanta. As always, go to shrimptankpodcast.com. You can get a replay not only of all of our podcasts, but the one that we did today with these folks, which is quite interesting around the data center business. And you can always find us at Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeart, or anywhere around the internet. I wanted to start off and ask you guys, because you're really transforming the data center business. But a lot of people, when they hear that, they go, I didn't even know what a data center is. So what do you all really do as the core business at DC BLOX?
Yeah, good question. Well, DC BLOX, we design, develop, and operate data centers in underserved yet growing markets throughout the Southeast United States. And with that, in our markets, we serve local and connect global on behalf of our customers. So it's all about putting a facility into a market that is underserved and then really becoming a fabric of that community.
Interesting.
So, Bill, in your market, how do you get out into the market space? Of course, who do you reach out to? Who are your clients? Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So we target industries in the southeastern United States, so usually smaller but growing cities. And we can serve just about any industry, but we tend to do really well in financial services, healthcare services, local governments, manufacturing. So we have a broad marketing approach to try to reach them, as well as very focused programs, as you can imagine.
So elaborate a little bit, gentlemen, on when you work with your clients. You guys do offer that white glove service at your facilities. Unlike a lot of the larger spaces who you don't really know who you're speaking with, can you elaborate on the type of quality of service that you provide?
Sure. Well, that white glove type service, or Ritz-Carlton like, or Four Seasons like, type service really starts with the quality and the engagement of your employees. The way that you interact with people. At the end of the day, people want to be treated in ways that are commensurate with how they want you to treat them. It really comes down to, you want to have a great service mentality into a business that is, leasing or renting a condo, really, for computers. So when you're doing this, it's service first. It's a service first mentality. It's serving local in the market and going above and beyond the call of duty for any customer that entrusts you with their infrastructure.
Guys, if I own a business today and I've got all this information, why do I care about what place I store my data, and why do I want it in a data center at all?
Well, a lot of times what you're struggling with is secure and reliable protection of that data and the equipment that you're using it on. And having a data center like a multi-tenant data center co-location facility like what DC BLOX offers, Tier 3 certified, means that you have the assurance that your data and your computer equipment are going to be well protected regardless of power issues or hacking or security issues. So trusting it to a third-party partner like DC BLOX is really the way to go.
So if people want to get in touch with you, they want to find out how they can utilize your services, what's the best avenue?
DCBLOX.com, www.dcblox.com. We're also on social media, DC BLOX Inc. So we hope you'll find us, and our contact information is available. We'd love to speak with you.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for coming out today. I recommend listening to the show in its entirety. And I will tell you this, being in the tech world for the past 2 decades myself, most entrepreneurs, you surround yourself with intelligent people. We talked about this in last week's episode, Ted.
Yeah.
You are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. But what you tend to forget is, where does your data sit? Your data is the most important thing. As you're sitting here listening to this podcast or watching this video, you're using data to access this information. Your most invaluable asset that you own is your data. Do you want to leave it in some website that you'll never be able to talk to an individual or in somebody else's cloud? Or do you want to use a local entity here where you actually can get in touch with the owners who own their land, they own their center, they owned their data? They'll be going to protect you much more than some of these non-places that you can't find out there. So guys, thank you so much for watching the Shrimp Tank podcast, and that is your post-show video wrap-up.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond.